What you saying, bro? We're doing proper intros like welcome and all them things though. We're just gonna run through.
Help me! Help me!
Yeah, welcome to the Good Gaming Podcast, episode 3, with myself, the Bizzle, and Mr.
Rich Easy P.
You know how it goes. Welcome back. We had a bit of an extended break, not due to ourselves, this whole lockdown and not being able to go nowhere and all them things there. But we're back and we're here to talk. Here to give you some good information and all them things there.
Definitely.
How are you, Mr. Easy P, Mr. Rich Easy?
As good as we can be right about now. It's stressful times, isn't it?
Of course.
More times to be indoors, more times to be a gamer.
Of course.
So there's pros and cons.
And if you're a gaming business developer or whatnot, I'm guessing this is the time you've been waiting for when everyone is in their house and everyone can just play games.
Yeah, definitely. QA testers must be killing it right now.
Some of us still have to go to work.
Yes, we do.
Put up with that COVID strain.
We do.
You know what I mean? But one of them.
Yeah.
What can you do?
We won't talk politics on this show. We won't do it.
What you been playing then? So since you've been at home, why not? You work a lot as well. But what you been playing?
I've slightly come off the Warzone a little.
Wait, I'm just going to tip my hat. I don't know why. Go on.
Slightly come off the Warzone a little. Don't get me wrong, because I flipping love it. I really do. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of missing it. Feel a bit sad. But one game that has taken its place somewhat is Dead by Daylight. We mentioned it on the previous one, saying we're going to get on Dead by Daylight, and I have done.
Yeah. The horror game, right?
Yeah, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Explain. Tell me what it's about. I've seen you on stream a few times.
Yes, I am going to be streaming it more now that I've gotten to grips with it. Mm-hmm. No way am I the perfect Dead by Daylight player, so to speak. I have watched some YouTube videos and the guys out there know all their perks and everything. They're like, use this perk for this and that and use this character because they have this and that, and then your exhaustion perks do this and that. And I'm like, what?
Twitch.tv/RichEasy_28, by the way.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. But I've gotten to grips with some of it now. Now I know my exhaustion perks, know what I should be doing. I can hear certain cues for certain killers. I know what's best to do around certain killers.
Yeah.
Still got loads way to go, but I'm at that middle ground now where I'm okay and I can look at newbies and go, the hell are you doing?
I think it's sick though, the way that it's a game that incorporates all of the favourite horror baddies, basically. You got Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Is Jason there?
No. Jason.
Freddy Krueger, you got Michael.
Michael's in there. Leatherface is in there. The Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Yes.
What else is a licensed one? They've got the pig from Jigsaw.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that one.
And they've got Ghostface, which is also known as Scream. Yeah. And I think they've got one I'm missing. Can't remember. I think there's another one I'm missing.
So there's obviously there's room for it to
loads of
get
room.
more
They've
as well.
Got their own creative killers. They've got a Spirit, which is a woman that was killed and sacrificed and brought back from the dead, and she's all clicking. Fingers are doing all that.
Like Exorcist.
She's a bit creepy. They've got a nurse, and the nurse is the meta killer. She's number one.
You either play as somebody that's trying to get away from them, or you be the killer, right?
Yeah. So as the killer, you are playing in first-person perspective. So this is all you see. Okay. And as a survivor, you're in third person.
Yeah.
So that's why when I showed you my little move earlier, when they're only here, I've obviously come into his screen and he's seen me and he's gone to attack, and I've just whipped round him, and he's been like.
That's it.
Yeah, so I love that aspect. I've played killer recently. I've been a survivor for most of my experience, but learning the killer is a brand new type of aspect of it.
And what do you have to do as someone who isn't the killer?
So it's pretty simple, which is why it's good to pick up play and be on for an hour, whatever, and go
fun.
again. You ain't got to think about grinding or whatever. You're into a match, 4 against 1, 4 survivors, 1 killer. As the killer suggests, that guy is after all the survivors, and his aim or her aim is to kill all the survivors before the survivors make their objective, and their objective as a survivor is to complete 5 generators to power the gate
To get away, basically.
to get out.
To get out, yeah.
So there's 7 generators in total,
You got to get 5 of
and
them.
you have to hit 5 of them.
Okay.
It's not easy sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's not easy at all
Not a game
sometimes.
I've played yet, but I can. When I've seen you on stream, is it more of a team, or is it like, listen, I'm just going to get to a generator and try and get it on?
There are ways of playing this. There's the gen aspect. You go in, I'm here for gens.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the main objective done. We're going to get the hell up out of here. But you can get perks, as we said, and get survivors that are better suited to actually being chased by the killer. So your objective would be to
Lure him
delay
out.
that killer as much as possible, so everyone else can work on those gens and keep him going, because the objective is to loop a killer. So if you can find a good loop, such as a window through a house, and then there's pallets.
Kind of like when we play
in
zombies,
the game.
that little
Yeah,
loop you do
loop
around the plane and whatnot.
And as I said, there's pallets. So if you really are in trouble, it's good to loop a pallet, because you can pull a pallet down, which blocks the way you went. It blocks.
Can he break it though?
He can break it, but it takes extra seconds.
Yeah. Gives you that time to get away.
Yeah, so it gives you some time. So you can loop, and he'd be following you, loop, and then when you know he's getting real close, you can drop that pallet, boom, it gives you all them seconds back, and then you can loop again, and when you can see him getting close, you can go inside the house and jump out the window, type of thing. There's different little ways of doing it. That's not easy. I
can imagine.
Knowing when to drop the pallet, knowing when to jump out, because I've jumped the window thinking, yeah, I'm free.
Drag
Pulled
man back.
me straight back. I'm like, okay, I got that one wrong. Or I've jumped a window thinking I'm nice, and he's hit me, and I've gone straight to the floor. Oh God, learning that, and then learning your sprint and everything, because if you don't time it correctly, you won't get a fast vault. You'll get a slow vault, and you'll be crawling through it, and he'll grab you. So
is there any
fun.
updates like that? Is it coming with? Is there any like news of updates of new killers or new?
Yeah. So the recent one was the twins, which is a grown woman and her twin baby brother who lives in her chest, and he's only so big. But what it's like a multitasking killer. So you can walk around with her, then you press a button, and he pops out, and then you're him. And he runs a lot faster, as you can think. He's just this little man going, crawling all over the place. He's only useful for like starting a kill.
Okay.
So if I could use that one and then grab you, I'd, while he's on you, switch back to the big grown woman and have her walk over and slay you, so to speak. That was the new killer that's recently come out. They're always updating it. Right about now, they've put out the Chinese New Year event, so
got the same.
That's been decent, and they've put out a season pass now. So they've got a season pass, so you can unlock cosmetics and everything. That's great.
I think we said this before. We said every game is going to have this season pass where you can unlock cosmetics and skins, and there'll be something in it. That's what we're working towards, is to keep more money being pumped into the game rather than just the game sale itself. Right?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good, easy pick up and play game.
Are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. Just to literally jump on, have some fun. I don't have to worry about starting, waiting, just jump in, jump out.
I know you got a lot for Christmas. I know you got the Cyberpunk, the Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Obviously Demon Souls.
Yes.
There's a lot of games for you to get through. Have you touched on any of them?
So Demon Souls was the one I had started. Unfortunately, I haven't gone any further than my last stream because I have been playing Dead by Daylight. You know when a game grabs you?
Bro.
You know when a game grabs you? I'm not saying anything, but that game it's not just been that one that's grabbed me though. I have had one of my favourite games release in January.
What game was that?
And that was Hitman 3.
Hitman?
So
Bro,
when
I've watched your stream on it.
when Hitman 3 dropped, it took over Demon Souls.
Yes.
And Demon Souls, unfortunately, has taken a back seat. But I will get to it. 100% I will get to it. But Hitman came, and Hitman is just... I love it.
Did it do you justice?
So far, it has delivered the goods. I have enjoyed playing it.
Is it a PS5 exclusive or...?
That's a good question. I don't think it is.
No, it's on PS4.
No,
I've seen somebody else play it. But you've got the whole graphic upgrade and whatnot. Yes, of course.
I've had Hitman 2. I was waiting for Hitman 3. This is the ultimate end of this trilogy, so to speak. I have not finished it because what I am doing is I'm going through each map properly and I'm doing every kill, every single kill that and challenge that's on there in order to then progress on to the next one.
You did say that.
So be on the lookout for the video on Hitman's first map, and that's Dubai. I have done all 15 assassinations. I'm actually lying, I haven't done the sniper one. That one's not that hard. Everyone can do that one, so I left that one.
So you're doing some tips and tricks
so
of
I'll be,
certain challenges that are hard.
This and the other.
Be able to come to the page and see.
Come and have a look, and even just to enjoy it, because there's some funny content, and I've tried to make it as funny as possible. You know what I mean? So there's one of the assassinations where you have to use an exploding golf ball. So the guy likes to play golf. But you have to find this exploding golf ball that this random woman has made, and she's like, "I've put it away. I didn't mean to do anything with it. Blah blah blah. I found it." But then you've also got to lure him to play golf. And you have to do certain things that lure him to go, right, I'm going to play golf. And then
that's it. So you got some character choice in there and whatnot.
So
decisions.
Yes, those are all on there. That will be fun to watch. I will be editing that literally within days. It'll probably be up shortly after this. That's fun, definitely fun. Hitman's great. I've done a speed run as well, so I was able to complete it in a very short amount of time. I'll leave that for the video. Do that. And then on to the next map, and then I can share more tips and trips on YouTube for that.
You're good at that, exploring avenues and different nooks and crannies of the game where other people might not look, like myself, the guy that's likes to steam through. Let's get the story done, then we'll go back and then we'll try and get every weapon and whatnot. But at the moment, let's just steam through.
I'm gonna take my time and enjoy it and soak it all in. So I've done that. Those are my 2 games. Third one is the new map on COD for zombies. I have enjoyed that.
I haven't seen it yet.
That came out.
No, you were streaming it for a bit actually.
I was streaming it. And with them weird new monsters and everything.
It looked weird.
But it was fun. I actually enjoyed it. I think it's way better than the original.
Ain't it like a tease for something else? It's meant to be a tease of an upcoming update for the main map. Apparently, this is what I read.
It feels like a main map. It's massive.
I mean, main map in Warzone.
Oh, really?
I heard, so to speak.
Well, that's cool, because I'm all for that. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. So that's it. Them 3. A little bit of NBA 2K thrown in there.
That's one. That's your go-to game, obviously.
Here and there, So
addressing the elephant in the room of what I've been playing.
So basically, I've been here, there, here. You've just been
one place, one place only. You know what? I think this is how it came about. I'll tell you the game first. So I remember I had a few questions. I wanted to get some questions for the podcast and whatnot, and I thought that's a few good questions. If you could make a game, what game would you make? If you had all the resources, all the developers, and whatever you needed, what game would you make? And you straight away went, it's going to be some sort of zombie game, right?
Or like a Diablo type of thing.
Question was thrown back to me, what would you make? And I'd be like, you know what? It had to be hack and slash. Probably a few guns in there, loads of abilities, loads of different characters. And Cade was basically like, well, why aren't you playing Warframe? And I was like, playing what? And do you know what? I downloaded Warframe many years ago, but I weren't in the mood for. I don't know if I wasn't in the mood for it or I was very confused because there was a lot to do.
There's
on there.
There's
so much to do. So I got to the orbit where you ship, and I don't know because I was already there. I don't remember how much prior to that it took to get there, and in my mind I must have got straight there because I put it down really quickly. So I got to the ship and I was like, oh, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to touch or whatnot. And I was just like, forget this. Having coming back to it now with more knowledge and more experience within gaming and whatnot, and picked up this game and oh my god, for a game that's coming up to 8 years old, I can't pull it down. I cannot pull it down. I think there's like 30 odd characters, but then each character, most of them have a prime. So a better version, so you gotta get both of them and do both of them with the same abilities, but better stats and whatnot. And just going through it, Peter, so much. I mean, you kind of got on it, jumped off it, got on it, jumped off it, and I've just been Warframe, the whole nines, bro. It's just got me, and I don't want to play anything from Mortal Kombat, which is my go-to game. Warzone, I was like, what's that? I was like, what even is that? And I think I was saying to you, bro, there's that much to do. There's not enough hours in a day for me to get, because like when you're building certain things like a weapon, you go and get each part. So you can't just go and pick up your weapon and go and get it and use it. You've got to get 3 parts to it. So you've got to get your stock, your receiver, and the blueprint for it. Make them, and then you can use the blueprint to make the whole thing. But each of them take like 24 hours in real time. Yeah. So it's like, you ain't using that today. No. And then the actual, if it's a character, you build like the head, the chest, and the legs, and then the whole thing, which takes over 3 days. Yeah. And it's like, but grinding for that and the whole loot system, that's what I enjoy, bro. Because it's like going back to Cade again, the surprise mechanics. Yeah. It's not gambling, but that's a bit different. But the whole RNG, whether I'm gonna get this or not. So I could run this 5 times. Like, I was playing with some US guys, and they were saying your luck is ridiculous. You're getting this every time. Some people have done this same mission 50 times, and then it weren't until I got to a different character that I wanted. Bro, I ran the mission about 70 times, bro. Over a course of about 3 days, I ran it at least 70 times until I got the one piece that I needed, bro. And I was like, oh my, it was taking its toll on me. But I was like, once I start something,
gotta finish it.
I can't stop this. I have to get this. And it's like, oh, come on, run something else first. I'm saying, what's the point? That's just taking my time away from this. Yeah. Let me just get this, and then boom, I'll put that into build, and then we can get onto something else. But yeah. I've been rotting on Warframe.
Rotting
on, bro. I come up here and I'm in this loft here, and I don't come off the game. Bro. I even just to try and be sociable with you. Like, I'm like, I don't play games with P or Cade anymore. So I'm like, just invite me to the party just so I can talk.
Yeah.
Did you get me? Because I'm probably not gonna come on the other game, but I'm on this, and let's just stay sociable. But I enjoy it.
It's all right, man. Like, that's what me and Cade have said it multiple times. He's found his game. Yeah. That's it. That's him. And it would have been different if me and Cade had not played it before, but because we previously have, and I'd already spent 150 odd hours before returning, that when I got back, I'm like, because there's new characters. Oh, I like this new character, and it's nice. But then I'm realizing slowly I'm back in Warframe. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't know what it is. It's not. It hasn't
just didn't have
me.
The same grip.
Because I will definitely play. Definitely, I'm not like Cade's burnt out. He's done. He's like I'm finished. The grind is no joke. The grind is no joke. But I do intend playing here and there, because some games do that to you. Diablo 2 for me. Diablo 2 had me like that. I couldn't put it down, and I've done them runs on Diablo 2 where you had to do Mephisto runs and whatever else, and you had to go keep trying to kill that one, kill that one, and back then, loot dropped for everyone. The one loot, right? Yeah. So it's not what dropped on your screen; it dropped for everyone, and people in public lobbies, they would pick everything up. So you might have finally got it to drop.
Yeah.
It was gone.
So let's say if a gun dropped now, we both wouldn't have it. It was whoever got it first.
Gone.
Wow.
That's how it was back then.
Wow.
Because it's a long time ago. So even then, you might finally get it to drop. Don't mean you're going to get it.
Bro, listen, I'd be DMing, man, every day. Like, yo, gift me that, I'm going to bust you up. I don't know where you are, but I'm going to find you.
Serious. It was hard, but that game gripped me. So I have no... What am I looking for? No
desire, no passion.
Not desire, no passion, no issue with you doing it, because I've been there. That's him. He's found it. Like, I laugh at it and think, yo, he is absolutely killing that. I jump on LCB's online. I don't even need to look at the game. Don't need to look at the game. I know what he's on. I'm like, that's cool. It's okay, because if anything, it gives me more time to catch up on my Hitman.
Yeah. Because I'd be pulling you on something else.
You'd be like, yo, let's go on this. I can jump on my Hitman, I can jump on my Dead by Daylight and whatever else, because they're games that you're not that interested in. So it's fine right now. Because as I said, we'll come back together. We got that no way out that we still need to finish. And, we got games coming out with, what was the one you mentioned? Outriders.
Outriders looks sick.
Far Cry 6.
Crimson
stuff like
Desert.
that. Yeah,
That's like the new
game's coming.
Black Desert kind of thing. That looks sick. And then there's the Returnal, which is
man.
coming out. That's obviously there's going to be a few things for there.
Man.
Oh,
So
I think this will be also I think this podcast right here will be the 1 year anniversary of Goodgamer. February 23rd.
that's mad.
So I don't know if we'll shoot. No, we do it in 2 week blocks, so it won't be next week. So this one we'll call
That's
the Good
mad.
Gaming birthday.
1 year.
1 year. I mean,
Well,
unfortunately,
congratulations.
to us, unfortunately, we haven't been able to do as many events as we'd like to because of the lockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
Literally, we started the company February 23rd. We ended up doing 2 events and bam, lockdown.
Yeah.
You get me? We've still been making our presence known as whatnot, doing corporate events for other people online,
we
and
have done, yep.
also the Good Gaming events.
Yep. Running Discords and everything. We've been doing our bits.
Yeah, man, I've been
you know?
meeting some good people online. I mean,
Definitely. met
that's
some
a
good
question
people.
for you. Have you ever, obviously, prior to this, have you ever made good friends online that you've never met, but you will still be like, I can holler that person, I can jump online, and be like, yo, let's get on.
Yeah.
get on.
Definitely.
Because
Definitely.
I've met some people on this game, and I'm thinking, yo, they've got no obligation or need to help me, and these people are just helping me, man.
Yeah.
And I think it's sick that there is a community. Obviously,
Yeah.
I feel like there's different games. Remember old Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
community was
Toxic.
terrible. You
The
couldn't
amount
go
of
in a
people
public
shouting,
lobby, without
Yeah.
getting called some sort of derogatory name or anything like that. And I feel like, why is that? Is it the competitive aspect?
Probably. I think COD brings that out of you. I don't know if you remember an old recording, I think it was of like a Modern Warfare, and the guy must have jumped in the same chat eventually and was like, well, why are you shouting at me, bro? And mine was like, I'm shouting at you, yeah, because you're a fucking prick. You're this and the other. And if you want to come to Smevik, ask Danny Pickering or whatever his name was. I don't know his
I've heard
name.
it. Who? Yeah. Do you know what? I have heard that one
He's
actually.
like,
I think, did
"I'll
you
mock
send it
up,"
me?
or whatever.
Yeah, it was Smevik. Yeah, I've heard that
Or
one.
whatever. Like, people will know what I'm on
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't got the whole thing in my head, but that was hilarious. But that is what that game can do to you.
Yeah.
But
why?
Other games, when you're grinding together, it's different.
It's
PvE,
different, yeah. Yeah, it's a
PvE
and
is a great community. PvP, not so much.
Yeah, it's
When you're
obviously
going
it's that
against, man.
camaraderie in it.
Yeah.
It's pretty self-explanatory. When you're against somebody,
Yeah.
if they get the better of you, the natural thing
Yeah.
is to curse them out,
Yeah.
or you have the one player that's like, GG, you're the better person.
Yeah.
But then you have that of, like, if I beat you, I'm going to make it known that
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in your face. So
Yeah, that's-
I
that's-
expect you to
that
then
sounds
come
like
back
you.
at me and
Yeah.
be how you are.
Well, we've played Warzone, and you've shot a man,
Yeah.
and you've heard, "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Yeah.
That's what mostly goes on. But then you've been on with me. I've got killed and I've gone, fair play.
Yeah.
fair
Good job.
play. And you're like,
you done me? Yeah.
silence. Yeah, that's unusual.
Yeah, but you've got me into that because, like, usually the end game, you hear people chatting
Yeah,
rubbish
you
and
do,
whatnot.
you do.
And we just end up going,
Yeah, we do.
good gaming events or,
Yeah.
you know, unlucky lads.
And I love that one, the Good Gaming events.
Yeah, let's promote,
Love that.
promote your thing,
Throw it
man.
in there.
Do you know what I mean? But,
Perfect.
yeah, I reckon friendships online, it's a good thing, man, because there's
100%.
a lot of people that can't go out and or unwilling to go out, that want to make friends and
Yeah.
whatnot, and to have somebody online that they can, I wouldn't say trust in, but they can play together with, and you know what I mean, it's good.
I've got friends for about 20 years from online.
Yeah,
Yeah. We met online. SOCOM gang.
sick.
You know my SOCOM gang. They know who they are.
Yeah.
One of the first ever multiplayer internet games on PlayStation 2. One of the best games still to
I
this
thought you were going to say
day.
like Atari, my bad, but
Atari. Fair enough.
Go
I like
on.
that one. That was good.
Sorry.
That was good.
Sorry, I know
Nah, PlayStation 2. You had to have the modem on the back of it,
yeah.
and then click the internet into
Sick.
it, man. But it was easily one of the best games still to this day I've ever played. And we was a crew. We was a crew of random put together people. You would never think we were all friends
Sick.
ever, and we all met. We all said we're gonna meet
Alright.
up. We went out, met up as our clan
Yeah.
together, and we instead of playing SOCOM, we went and did proper paintballing.
Yeah, sick.
So
Sick.
that was
so what-
absolutely brilliant. Made
did-
friends.
did you have
one of them? Quickly,
Go on, sorry,
sorry.
go on.
One of them is the captain. The other one, no, I was vice. Then the other one. These two here, best mates in the wedding
Sick.
from online.
Sick.
Best mates.
I was going to get onto that in a bit, but so when you visualize, let's say, Top Gunner 101, yeah, were these people that you met up? Were they exactly how you pictured them to look?
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no. Definitely the leader, Bleachy. Don't think he'll ever see this. I might holler at him and tell him to check out this episode on purpose. But yeah, when I met him, I must have just been smashing it on one map, and then I just heard a message come through, brother. I'm like, hello, and he's like, "Want to join my clan?" I went, "Yeah, why not?"
Yeah.
That was it. I says, "Can my friend come?" And he went, "Yeah, sure." I hollered at Frost, we got a clan. All right then. I think he previously just joined one.
Yeah.
Dropped that, came straight over to this one. Ever since then, never left that crew ever. And listening to him, talking to him, no, wouldn't have pictured his face the way he was, and then seeing him was like, oh, that's Bleachy, or Hogboy, or Dr. Evil. Still remember their names to this day.
Sick.
Mr. Pickle. All of that, except he turned into a bit of a traitor. He did.
Did he?
Naughty, yeah, to the enemy clan.
Oh wow!
Not just another clan, the enemy clan.
Oh sad.
Yeah. I mean, loads. I'm like friends for years. I then went on to play multiple games. You know, like Gears of War. Played that with Hogboy. These are friends on my Instagram to this day. So
that's
yes,
sick,
I absolutely have met friends online. It don't matter where you meet them, as long as you have got good bonds with people. Yeah. You need to cherish that.
That's what I rate about. That's what I love about the internet as well, because you can connect from all sides of the world.
Definitely.
And the reason I'm asking is obviously it's to provoke different questions and whatnot we're going to talk about later on. But there's some US guys that I've met on there, and it's like, well, I met a group. Like, there's two groups that I've kind of met. Some UK guys and some US guys, and I'll tell you about the UK guy first. I think his name Hyperius Gaming. Okay. And I was in this a random public lobby, and you know when you're waiting to leave. Yeah. And me and this guy was on the leaving point basically, and the other guys were doing, I don't know what they were doing, but it was taking long. And I was like, yo, and I didn't realize I was in game chat, but I was like, yo, hurry up, man, what you doing, man? But I was just saying it to myself, and he was like, I'm here. I said, not you, obviously. And I was like, and I'm saying, the other guys could see his name in it, and he was like, and then we just kind of got talking. He's like, oh. I looked at his rank, and his rank was obviously been on there thousands of hours. And he's like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm saying, "I'm just trying to do X, Y, and Z." And he was like, "Come on, I'll help you." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Oh, nice. And he was like, and then he was just taking me across all the maps and trying to get me to find certain bits and bobs for weapons and whatnot. And then he invited me to. He was like, "Yo, I'm in this voice party with another group of lads, and then I've been with them, rocking with them, and they're cool, whatnot." And like,
see that.
And to them, cool. And then same, but I'd met the American guys prior to that, but with our time zones and whatnot, if it's late at night, I can jump on with the Americans, and if it's kind of like midday or after work and whatnot, I jump on with the UK lads. Yeah. But now, we talk about obviously culture a lot as whatnot in a lot of these things, and with us being streamers and whatnot, it's easy for people to see what we look like in it. Yeah. And what they look like, and obviously when I met this UK guy, he's like, I was talking on chat, and he was as well. I was like, "Oh, you stream?" I was like, "Oh, let me log in." And bro, I would never, ever have said this guy was a brother. Yeah. Never. This guy was a mixed race guy, and I was like, wow. And he was like, yo, I'd never expect you to like that either. And then same with the US guys. I was like, oh, he helped, bro. This geezer, I'm gonna shout him out. His name's Darkblade, and I'm gonna tell him to watch this and that. But he's a true G, bro. Yeah. You know when there's somebody that don't need anything from the game. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, I'll give it you. And I don't want you to give it me, I just want you to help me get it. Yeah. And then we'll help you get whatever you need. I don't need no helping, I'm just here to help. And I'm saying, but where's your enjoyment? It's like, I enjoy helping other people and whatnot. And getting them to the level where they need to get to. And I'm saying, you know when you feel bad, like there's certain things, there's a currency, obviously we know about V-Bucks and there's a currency called Platinum Warframe. Yeah. As you know, and he's like, I'll give you that. I'm saying, bro, that's like 100 plat. Like I can't. He's like, just give me a random mod like that he just drops everything. I'm saying, but I can't. Out of respect, I cannot do that. I've got to I've got to dash you a little plat at least. You get me? And he's like, bro, just give me, like, let me have what I'm happy. I'm saying, bro, I can't do that. Yeah. I can't physically, because you're so cool and willing to help people. I can't do that. Yeah. But he's sick. And then when we was talking, I was like, we've been talking a lot and whatnot. And I'm like, he's like, yo, you wouldn't think I'm a brother. I'm saying, what? I said, yeah, black guy. I'm saying, well, no way, bro. And it's mad. The way you put images into your own head of what people may look like and whatnot. And you try and, I mean, you don't do it you do it subconsciously, just asking people like, oh, what do you do for work and whatnot, like,
Yeah.
where about, and in your own head, you put a little image together, you get me, of what a certain person may look like, and then when you see them on stream, you're like, wow, this person was like that,
Yeah.
and it's sick. And then with the UK guys, like you said, they all got together. There's a guy from, he's gonna shout. He's from Holland, but
Yeah.
I can't remember which part. But they met up and went to Amsterdam and
Sick.
did like some weed cakes and smoking and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's sick. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it'd be
Love
sick if if this ever got to, which hopefully will, the good gaming events and
Yeah.
our little Discord, and got some overseas people in with the Discord, and got to that
Definitely,
point
man.
where we could all like, yo,
Definitely.
let's not maybe put on an event, but let's do a meet-up in it, and we'll go
Definitely.
abroad, and obviously we
Definitely.
can open. I think
You know
that
what
would
I
be
mean?
so
Like,
sick, just to gather some gamers that wouldn't normally meet.
Together.
And
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
You could come together at a
At a convention?
Convention,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be brilliant.
Hey, we could even bring them to Chris's thing,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mr. Duggan.
Insomnia.
Insomnia, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know he watches this.
yeah, 100%,
So
definitely.
we can bring that whole community to there. That'd be
man.
sick.
I love that the relationships that people can make online is truly wonderful. And as you say, you can put pictures together, and it doesn't matter what anyone ends up looking like. I shout out my boy Jonesy.
Yeah.
Jonesy, whenever I met him, yo, what's up? The deepest voice you've ever seen. And then when you see him, the man can't grow a beard, and he knows it. You know that, Jonesy, and he's baby faced. The Barry White voice is there, man. He's rate him. The same with his family, Ski and them. Man would have thought that. And then there's one with the biggest mouth, and he's 5 foot
Timid.
1.
But like we
Like, why you got the biggest mouth?
But like we say, there's that whole online. You can be what Ready Player One. You can be whatever you want. You
Definitely,
can be
definitely.
that egotistical where you can't. Not
Yeah.
that you can't be in real life, but that may not be how you come across to people. But online, you can be however you want to be.
Yeah.
And go on.
Definitely. No, I was just going to say, I don't want to kill the 5'1" guy like he's just all mouth and rude, because he has been very helpful in other games as well.
Yeah.
Like you've said, I've jumped on games with him, and he's literally been like, "Here, have money."
Yeah.
I'm
see,
like, wow.
and you can't.
And he's like, "I'll take you here. Don't worry."
Yeah, you can't.
So-
You can't repay that as well.
Nah,
like
definitely.
I'm
And
getting,
I
like I
remember
said to you in my stream, there's people starting to ask me for advice now, and I'm like, yo, jump on. I'll take you through whatever I can take, wherever I can take you to, or whatever I can take. And
Yeah.
that's just the way. That's what I like about the PvE, the player versus
Yeah, man,
environment,
I
because
love
you get
PvE.
that sense of community of
Yeah, you do.
of getting. There's no one, because whatever you do, and in PvP, if it was PvP, I wouldn't want to give you a build for a gun, because you may use that against me. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Whereas PvE, you're only going to use it against a computer. So here, have the build,
Yeah.
and it makes it. I'm going to need you as strong as me to go up against this bot.
Definitely.
Which is sick.
Yeah. And you come together with
That
your own
community.
powers and mesh together and achieve something together, and that can strengthen bonds. You're like, yo,
community's
we
hard.
did that.
Yeah, exactly, and building
did
more
that.
of a friendship
Yeah.
with other people.
Yeah.
And this Dark Blade, bro. When I tell you, say he's had multiple marriage proposals, bro. We get onto him all the time, bro. But it's like,
Okay.
I don't know
Weren't
what it
expecting
is
that.
about him. Even, have you ever heard about? Not heard, but have you come across any relationships that are formed online?
No, I haven't, but I have heard multiple. I have heard the stories.
I was reading the other day. There was a
all
Fortnite
sorts.
wedding.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
There was 2 people that met on Fortnite and then had a Fortnite wedding actually in the game and met. Obviously, I think
That's sick.
I'm unsure if they actually met in real life and are together, but I know that they are to the point where, yo, let's get married online. And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
But that's the world we live in. But because I know of people, there's actually a
Crazy.
couple that I know that met on Call of Duty, played together, end up living together, got a baby together. I'm saying, wow.
What? That's how?
Yeah, they met through a game, end up meeting up,
What?
and then it's mad.
No way. That's sick.
That's
I love that.
sick, bro.
That's probably one of the best
Relationships
stories.
because
Shout out the 2 of them.
do you know what I feel like? Because it's such a introvert thing.
Yeah.
It's a me and my computer. Do you get me? And then if somebody jumps online, sometimes it makes a lot of people that are are not susceptible to going out and talking to women and whatnot. It's a lot easier for them, and they've got that. If they are good at a game, they've got that. You know, some people might show their money or show their camaraderie, their bravado, and that's how they get women. Do you get me? This is their peacock effect because they're sick at a game. So they're like, oh, if they hear another woman, if they hear a woman, or whether it be a man that they're interested in, whatever, if they hear somebody there and they are attracted to the voice, they're like, listen, I can help you do this. And that's their way of showing their peacock effect, which is their, do you know what I mean? Spread their wings and show. And I'm thinking, and it's just, when I think about how the internet and how things connect people online, it's amazing, bro.
Definitely.
It's so sick.
Definitely. Yeah, man. I love that. In my experience, if I go way back, Star Wars Galaxies, I'm a Star Wars nerd.
We know that.
Star Wars Galaxies was an absolutely brilliant game. I was so upset when they shut the servers down on that, and there was a server party on the last day. Crazy, man. But in my experience, I met two guys, one from the UK and the other was from Portugal, and they were the leaders of a whole clan, loads of people, and somehow I ended up connecting with them more than all these other people, and ended up being one of their closest guys. But it was my birthday one day, and I was out, done my thing, but come back, and they knew it was my birthday because I previously must have mentioned it. And then I was like, right, been out, had food with family, this, that, and the other. I went and jumped on that on a night time. They took me out. So I went out on the game.
On the game, sick.
And they was like, oh, we're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to do this. I'm like, oh, this is so sick. And in the end, they gave me a present that I couldn't afford in that game.
Yeah, sick.
They gave me I think it was a jetpack, and I couldn't get it. It was hard to get your hands on. And then even if you did, you still had to pay out the ass for it. And they gave it me. And never forget it to this day.
Yeah, that's sick.
I'm like, I was blown away. You guys don't know me. And you went out your way to do that for me. What?
That's it.
So
I remember somebody. I don't know them personally, but I remember somebody saying the same kind of thing. I don't think it was for a birthday, but it was a gift in Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
And the same kind of thing. I got pally with these people and whatnot, and then they end up gifting him I can't remember what, a sick car or something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's sick. That is.
Yeah, love that.
But it was the person that this brings on something else now. The person that gifted him was a young boy, and I'm saying, wait there, why was this kid on GTA?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And I feel obviously we as parents have a responsibility. Do you get me? As much as my daughter's like, oh, can I play Mortal Kombat with him? I'm like, no, you can't, because I've got not that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably withstand of seeing whatever, but that's my responsibility to not let you see that.
Yeah, definitely.
And all right, so I think yes. Do you feel like parents have a responsibility? I know your answer already, but have a responsibility to.
Don't do that.
On what?
You said you know my answer already.
I know,
last time you did that.
Yeah, but that was with a game. This is something of your nature, and parents do have a responsibility of what their kids play, right?
100%.
All right, so what do you think the parameters are?
What's my threshold, so to speak? I won't let my girls ever touch Mortal Kombat. Ever. Never would. But I have let them have a beat 'em up at, what was the other one that Mortal Kombat make? The DC version? The DC one?
That Warner Brothers make? DC Universe?
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, they also make the DC one, don't they?
No.
With no blood and whatever else. The fight 'em up, the beat 'em up. Injustice.
Yeah,
There you go. I've let them have a quick blast of that, because there's no blood, there ain't no tearing out, no spines or whatever else, and they just want to mash some buttons and see which one falls. You won, whatever. Yeah. I've let them have a go.
Yeah.
They don't own the game. Let them have a go. But I was playing Gears of War once, and my eldest was like, "Can I play?" Hell no.
No. Yeah.
I was chainsaw him, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna turn this off. So
I feel like I see a lot of people like, oh, I want to get this because it's the latest game, or I want to get this for my son, and my son's 12, and I want to get him the new. I'm saying, wait, by all means, it's your child.
Yeah.
There is a restriction on these games for a reason, and I think there's
Definitely.
There's definitely a conversation to be had, because you might feel like, oh, you lot being grand, just let them play. It's not that. It's not the fact of can they play it, and it's over like you hear. Not saying it will happen, but you hear of people. I mean, I've read a few in America that have guy shoots up mall after playing Call of Duty. Whether the two are linked, however, why was the 12-year-old playing Call of Duty?
Yeah.
There's obviously a age rating for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I don't think that necessarily it's always down to the content. Sometimes I think the age range is also down to mental ability, where obviously kids that are only 6-7 years old, they're not going to comprehend how to play this game that is suggested for a 12, because you haven't got the mental capacity yet. You don't really understand it, the cognitive things that you're going to need to do. But there are other games that are just blatantly like, no, you shouldn't be playing it because it has guns and violence and whatever else. And like Call of Duty, again, we'll go back to that. They had that one scene in one of their Call of Duties where you mowed down an airport as a terrorist, and that has gone on to be one of the biggest cinematics that people have spoken about in COD history, if not the most in COD history. If you've got a child playing that, you might be setting him down the wrong path. You might be. There are other people that would take that and think, it's nothing.
I mean, there are. I wouldn't say there's benefits. I'd say there's benefits in letting your child play games. Everybody knows that. Well, if you don't know, you should know, because it's making your child a lot. He's working his brain. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's having to make choices and decisions. They can relate to real life. Yeah. Being a better decision maker and what's right and what's wrong, because they practice it
thinking
every day.
Fast.
They
stuff like that.
The dexterity of it, having to, if they're on PC, having to multitask and use different things. It opens up a different side of the brain. Do you get me? But there are limitations on where you should let your child go. I'm not saying you should listen to me and do it, but there are certain things like I see certain young people playing. Fortnite's even the same for me. I'm a bit because
you're still shooting, man.
The objective is to kill somebody, right? And obviously the same with Smash Bros. Like I let Larea, my daughter, she's 7, and she wanted to play a fighting game. Dad, I want to play a fighting game with you. Cool, got Smash Bros. Whatnot, kick them off the side. No one actually dies. You just kick them off the side so they're out the ring. So I enjoy that, because, or when they do die, it's kicked out of the air, so it's out of the screen. So it's never actually that person's died. It's like, oh, Dad, I made you dead. No, you just kicked me off the side, or I went out of bounds, kind of thing, which I enjoy, and I can relay that to her rather than you tried to kill me. Do you get me? Yeah. And that's the part where I feel like that's where because at the moment I feel like every game that really does well. I'm sounding like a granddad here, but it's just my analysis on certain things. It's guns and violence, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Guns and
now,
violence.
right about now. Yeah. Yes. But if I'm gonna throw it back way back to my childhood. I played Mario, and when Mario initially started, and you went, you were dead.
Yeah. True.
You were dead. I died. True. I lost a life.
Okay. I don't think there's any way to shield them from that, and I think trying to would maybe make games pointless. Not pointless, but really, if there was no way to stop them from getting to the end goal without some sort of implication of dying or having to hit somebody or whatnot. Why do you think that is? Don't you think like everything is either I have to hit this person to get through, or I have to break? I don't know.
That's the way most games. I don't know what it is, but most of them are. And obviously, unless you're talking sports, that's the only way you know the object is to score. True. Racing to get the finish line, but even those games sometimes have incorporated violence and stuff like that. Like you've got what was it, Road Rash back in the day when you were racing, but you could hit a man. I think Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal was one of the best games.
Sick.
But I think
what I'm trying to get at is, as parents, we do have I've seen more recently, it's like, let's just shove them on a game and whatnot, but we do have a responsibility to make sure we're safeguarding our children from these, especially right now. It's lockdown, it's like, let's just get them a game. you know what I mean, they're going to spend more time at the computer.
Yeah.
They're going to spend more time on these consoles and what that they have.
Yeah.
And it's just make sure we are, what's the word? Observing what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because especially there's internet.
Yeah.
And there's like going back to this young guy was on GTA and never did anything wrong. Gifted him, whatever, never done cool, whatever.
Mm.
There are certain aspects where they could be getting groomed. They could be, you know, you get me this and I'll do this for you or whatnot. Mm-hmm. There are those parameters that, you know, it's a taboo subject and whatnot, but we do need to speak about that.
Yeah, definitely is a taboo one.
Do you get me?
I know guys that have let their kids play GTA, but then I know a parent that has let their child play GTA and has observed them and said you are only driving the car and nothing else.
Yeah.
So that I'm like, that's fair enough. It's the game you've got, and they just want to drive. That's it. So the moment they start mowing down people off, you're done.
And that right there.
That's why I was like, well, at least you're watching. You are observing, as you've just said. That I've got no problem in that. I bend the rules myself from games
We both do.
to movies. The same thing. If I feel that my children can take it, then I've got no problem with it. I've been to the cinemas and took my girls to see, Marvel Infinity War, and that's like a 12A, isn't it? So it's down to the adult.
Of course.
Then, and I didn't see it being much of a problem, but they're beating each other up and trying to kill a supervillain, aren't they?
Yeah, it's only what I feel like things don't do well is like I'm gonna bring this totally off games, but I let my daughter go on TikTok recently. And I put it on restricted mode because she was like learning all the dances and whatnot and looking at her favourite like Disney stars. Basically, they have their own
cute.
TikTok and whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, cool. We put it on restricted. It comes up on my phone and whatnot. But then I don't think these social media apps do a very good job of restricting everything
And filtering out the content
because she's there. I was kind of not listening at the same time. I let her do it. I thought everything's restricted. She won't be able to see anything bad. And then she's doing this TikTok, and I heard like a swear word, and I'm like, Loretta, pass me that. So I'm like, let me see that. And then when you flick through, there are certain things that can filter through, even though it's not. There's nothing. She won't see anything or hear anything. She will. It is the song of choice that isn't filtered out. And I'm saying that if you're going to put a restricted mode, you need to have certain age limits as well that I can restrict it to, because I may not always be in her bedroom and she wants to do these certain things. You get me?
Yeah, definitely.
So now this is why I've kind of brought this to light. Like now I need to be like I've took TikTok away from her until certain things can do have that. But then there's the YouTube and the Netflix.
YouTube
and
is
stuff.
just as bad.
It's like I've got to observe a lot more now.
Yeah.
Because she's growing into that. She's into that phase now where she wants to do these things. She wants to be on the latest dance trends, and she wants to watch these YouTube kid stars and whatnot. And once she wants to see these things and wants to do these things, and now I'm like, I have to knuckle down and make sure I'm looking with her first and watch it with her. And it's like, I don't want to be that overprotective dad, but at the same time, I don't want to expose something she doesn't need to see at this age.
Definitely. There's a thin line, and everyone's line is different. But I definitely agree there's some things that, you shouldn't expose the kids to. Like I said, the Call of Duty scene. And GTA is one of them, because there's a lot of, not just guns, but the crime, the drugs, certain things that you just think, no. And it's a touchy one, like you said, taboo, because most people won't say it, and they'll keep whatever to themselves in their house, and it'll be their kid that goes to school beating up somebody and saying, I was just reenacting what I saw on the game. And just going on to that, which is why when WWE got big, it was, please don't try this at home, because full well you went to school and put man in a sharpshooter.
Bro, so... I remember watching WWE as a very young kid, trying to do backflips off the sofa and landing on, and I was thinking, like, if I know that got me from watching it, then of course it's going to get
100%.
But it doesn't always happen. But I feel like we just need to. Games are fun. I think we as content creators, as a gaming business, we need to also be professional as well.
Yeah,
And let
definitely.
them know. You know, we do understand these certain things. We do have
Yes.
parameters. Even in our FIFA tournaments, it's
Yeah,
just
definitely.
football. We was like, right, there's going to be an age limit because it's young people. We have older people, it's young people. These two people without now be speaking on voice, and we want to safeguard them and protect them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have an age limit, and
Yeah.
you know, so we are working very professionally. I'd say that, and we understand the parameters of certain things that we need to go through,
Yeah, definitely.
which is sick on our belt.
Yeah, definitely,
You get me?
definitely.
And I can't wait for us to open up.
Yeah,
It's starting to take its toll on me now, bro.
yeah, yeah.
It really is. This lockdown starting to take its toll on me. It's like just as the business starts, I mean, we're keeping our presence alive through this, and this is where we need to come to address. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
one thing I will say to you, bro, this lockdown, not me personally as in my mental state, but in terms of what I would like to do and the plans I have, bro,
Yeah.
it's killing me, bro.
It's not easy, man. It's really not easy. Because it's been a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time, and we've all been teased as well. With yay, we're back out. No, get back in.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thinking, come on now. People are really starting to get the itch, and it's as much as games are great and a nice way to be sociable. You know, it can't replace face to face. Being sociable with family and friends and whatnot. And that's why you'll find that when people do meet online, they will go out and meet each other on face to face. So
No, I've got
it's
all
lovely.
the intention in the world to meet some people that I've met online.
Definitely. Good.
I can't wait for you to get on the game so I can be like, yo, this is my Bridging P, this is the one I run a business with. Rare, because these UK guys, they're cool, they're sound. The American guys might be a bit more of a travel, but you know,
man.
I'm saying these guys are sick and they've been on the
man.
game for
E3.
E3, yeah,
We'll
gonna
go
get there.
over.
Of course,
You know.
if we get an invite.
Yeah, man. That'd be great. That'd be real good. Definitely.
Introduce them to Insomnia.
Definitely.
So that's a Birmingham-based festival. Even
Yeah.
the guys from the UK, they need to come up and see that.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'd be good. Definitely be good.
Was it that event that? No, it wasn't. That was game when I was running that. You was working for another company. You was doing press, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I was running the
Yeah,
game
yeah,
stand, and
yeah,
I was like, yo, come through, man.
Yeah.
You know, you should know
Fun
how many
times.
dirty looks I got that day.
Really?
Because so I was working for Sega that day, and I think that was my first or second day anyway. But they was like, right, you're going to be on this job, and there was Annika Reigns, Binary Domain, and two other games, and they were just the way they was working. It was they were just letting people in at a time, and when it's got up to full capacity. And I was like, well, that really isn't testing every game. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, So I was just a standard worker at the time, just a standard exhibitionist, and promotional guy. So I was like, right, we're going to set up the system. They're going to come in. They're going to start on this game. They're going to move the way around. And we're going to have a system. It's going to rotate. And we're going to exit rule. And the geezer's like, this guy's sick. Let's just let him do it. And then there was this massive queue of people saying, "Yo, what's in there? What's in there?" And I said, we're going to draw attention that way of having just a small queue. And it's going to make people want to come in. So you're going to get more engagement. And I was like, P, come to the front, man. What are you doing back there? And everyone was like, why are they going to the front? I was like, they're press. And you was like, I'm press.
Yeah. There I am. You know, gotta get out there. Gotta test them things.
Yeah, that was
fun. That was fun. Definitely fun. I think Star Wars SWTOR was there.
Sorry to cut you. Speaking of
no.
Star Wars, there's a whole new open world game coming out, right?
Yep, I've seen the little clip. And this is not made by EA or BioWare. I think it's a Ubisoft.
It's not made by EA.
Oh, I can't stand EA personally. Sorry, EA, if you ever see this, but your reputation precedes you for various reasons. And I've got to be real about it.
Yeah.
You know, people ain't going to come to the podcast to hear a bunch of yes men.
Of course.
I'm sorry, EA. You ain't about that life. You about the money. And
you can tell. It's evident.
Yeah.
It's evident. From when all the FIFAs are the same to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit of all graphic. Nothing's ever changed. I mean, they've got a formula and you stick to it because it works. Yes, cool. But I can't, ever since I think it's FIFA 17 or 16, bro, I can't spend my money with them again, bro.
Yeah. They're not the only ones, because NBA 2K is the same. I was off 2K for, I'd say, probably 5 years. And I bought this one because it's a new gen. Next gen, you know what? Let me come back to it. And, you know, I like playing, but it is very much the same.
I hate those
And
money-driven games.
Yeah.
Money-driven games are
Cash grab.
pay-to-wins. They're horrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
Cash grab. and I hate that. And I was upset that BioWare would even associate themselves with EA because I love BioWare.
Yeah,
They've put out some of the
developers.
best games I have ever played in Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. If there's any Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic gamers out there, let me know. One of the best games ever. Telling you,
So
story-wise. I love them.
This new Star Wars open world. Talk to me.
There's not much.
Is there
it's
not much?
Just
that's all I've
literally,
seen.
yeah, that's it.
That's all
It's just a
well.
quick
I
tease.
thought, being a Star Wars man, you'd come in here.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing.
No.
So I'm hoping big things for it because I know I've played most of them. Fallen Order came out, I think it was last year or the year before. Love Fallen Order with Cal. It just goes to prove that they can do it. Whether it's single player or an MMO that's out there, they can do the lot.
One thing I will say about this year is that we are both happy and sad at the same time that Hogwarts has been pushed back, Diablo has been pushed back. I mean, Diablo is this guy's favourite game, so I understand this.
You make me cry.
Hogwarts looks sick, and I was waiting for it. But as we said on previous podcasts, let's stop this nature of putting a game out that isn't ready. I mean, look at Cyberpunk now, but they're facing so many lawsuits, and every week there's something new about how bad it is, and they try and patch it, and something else is worse. So hopefully these pushbacks are because the game isn't ready.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
Yes.
They have previously taken their time with Diablo 3 when that was announced after Diablo 2. And that took forever. And even though it took forever, they still had a couple of issues when that first came out. They had this error, whatever, 35, and it just stopped people from getting online. You're thinking, this still ain't ready. So take your time.
Yeah.
I would rather it come and I can play it and enjoy it instead of being frustrated and still having to wait, even though it's in my hands. I'd rather just wait. So yes, I am upset this year. Diablo 4 delayed. Overwatch 2 also delayed, and I'm upset with that one as well.
I think that
it is what it is.
A big deciding factor of all these delays is due to Cyberpunk.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's caused such a shake-up in the market that people are like, listen, look at how bad of a launch that was. Look at everything going after it.
Yeah.
The lawsuits, the constant bugs, and people are like, it's diminishing. Would you ever? No one is. I don't know if to say, wouldn't say no one, but CDPR, Project Reg, sorry, you wouldn't want to work with them again.
Yeah, it'd be very upsetting. But at the same time, I absolutely love them because of The Witcher 3, and I love The Witcher. It was one of the best games ever. So I can kind of forgive them, because I know what they can do.
Yeah.
But I am just as upset as most people. That game is sat on my desk at the bottom. All the other games, that one, no,
I didn't
it's still in the cellophane.
And I was waiting for it as well, bro.
It's a Christmas gift.
I was waiting for it, and I was like, and it weren't until it came out, and I was like, I usually don't even watch anything. I'm like, when I've got something stuck in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna get that game. Same with Godfall. Bro, I didn't even tell you something I found out the other day about Godfall. Sorry, jump straight onto it. Worst new release ever.
What?
Rated the worst. Demon Souls, number 1. Godfall, worst.
Wow.
Out of all the newest releases, every new game, Godfall. And you know what? Out of all the stuff that I've played that are new releases and next gen, I'd put it there too.
Really?
Hack and slash God, hack and slash man, I'd put it there too. Because all it was shiny floor surfaces and shiny walls, and that's it. Gameplay, to boast itself as this one-of-a-kind, blah, 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 get out of here with that, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
The shield mechanics you took from God of War. Hack and slash is just any hack and slash. The different weapons you got from Monster Hunter, even named some of them the same and whatnot. And I was like, what's new about this?
Yeah.
Other than loot drops on hack and slash for weapons, obviously.
That's not new either.
Monster Hunter, you craft, you loot for the parts to craft stuff. This is just loot drops as the weapon drops. You get the weapon. So I'm like, what's new about that?
Yeah.
Did you get me? But yeah, I'd put it there too.
That's crazy.
Storyline was pants.
Yeah, man.
Once obviously I've said this before. Once you picked a character that you like, none of them change. They have no different abilities, so like, yeah, I'd pull it at the bottom of the pack too.
Did.
Pull it at the bottom of the pack too. So yeah.
Glad I didn't pick that one up.
Do you know what? I might give you to take with you actually.
Oh nah, I'm fine. You keep that. Nothing I need on my plate after the amount of games I've still got to go.
But yeah, to wrap up,
up.
I'd say I'm not glad that I'm not going to get to play something. I'm still looking forward to Returnal, which is coming out next month.
I don't even think you'll be on any of them anyway.
Warframe. I will. Warframe is my game, but I do still need to keep up to. We need some content as well. We need to tell people what's good. We've got a service to deliver now of what's good and what people should be picking up and whatnot, and give our opinion, not solely based. We have two first-person shooter God, hack and slash God. Do you know what I mean? We've got two very different perspectives on how we play games as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight to the point. Let's try and kill as many enemies as possible. Let's take our time. Do you know what I mean? You got yin and yang here. Do you get me? So we need to provide people with that.
I am not a camper.
Good with a sniper though.
Good with a sniper, but you know me, I'm an aggressive sniper. I am not a camper.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It bores the life out of me.
Camping's horrible.
I can't camp.
How many times did we try the recon method and think, you know what, we're never doing this again?
Yeah.
We're never doing this again.
Because we can't. Even if we try, we're on a roof. Yeah, we've got the roof. We've got it.
Yeah.
And we'll sit there for a minute. I'll look around and
boring.
you've gone down that end, and I'm like, yeah, I'm coming.
Bro, I can't do it, bro.
I'm just not camping, so.
Like that's what I like about Warframe. It's just constant action. There's never no waiting for something to happen. It's go. Do you get me?
Yeah, man. Got no problems in being aggressive. I'd rather play that way. Someone might end up with more kills than me because they're a camper and be an opportunity to just pick people off. I don't care. I'd rather get in a fight and enjoy it. Send me to the gulag. At least I'm into another fight as well, man. Let's do this. Yeah, man. Rush. So, one of them.
Anything you want to wrap up on? You want to touch?
I don't know. What else was there? New games have come out on the PlayStation Store because it's a new month. It's February.
Yes, they have.
Control is out.
Control's good.
I
played that on the PS4.
Yeah, so I intend on picking that up. Control
is very good, actually.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, I think there's others that are worth picking up.
Destruction All Stars.
Yep. Destruction All Stars came out this month for a PS5 exclusive. That is decent. Another good pick up and play type of game.
I can tell you exactly what they added. So, for this month, Destruction All Stars, Control, and Concrete Genie.
Concrete Genie, okay. No idea what that is.
I didn't see what that is, but yeah, definitely pick up Control. Definitely pick up Destruction All Star. If you like Destruction Derby, it's the new generation to Destruction Derby. Really, with your car's got a few abilities. You can jump out the car, and you've got a new set of abilities as well.
Yeah,
so it's good. Pick up and play.
Good. Definitely pick up and play. Definitely needs more content for it to be in Destruction Derby's field, so to speak, because that was a brilliant game, a lot of good content, but this is a good start. And if you want a game that is graphically impressive to showcase the PlayStation 5's abilities, this game can do it.
Spider-Man. Pick up Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, definitely. But this is an exclusive, supposedly, because that's what it was made for. It was meant to be out for the launch, was it?
Yes,
for the PS5?
It was meant to be.
So it was meant to be there. So, and that's good. Good for them.
Speaking of that, bro, launch with exclusives. I think I was telling you earlier, Xbox was meant to have a Halo Infinite on their launch. Still no Xbox exclusive game.
That's poor.
When did it come? We got ours September 19th, was it? We got PS's? Was it September 19th?
No. October, wasn't it?
No,
November.
November 19th. Sorry,
it was November.
So we've had almost 3 months into it because Xbox came out around about the same time.
Yeah,
the week before.
Like the 11th or the 10th.
Yeah.
Like.
So 3 months in, no game.
Yeah.
How pissed would you be?
I'd be very pissed. It
Literally.
seemed better to pick up the fridge than the console.
And you can't even get them?
No.
You can't even get them?
No joke. I actually looked at the fridge and thought that fridge is cool.
I just feel like everybody that's this PS and Xbox versus whatever, and you want to boast on, there was barely any difference in the new consoles.
Yeah.
You've picked it up for what?
Yeah.
You've got yourself one for what?
There's been some issues,
Xbox 360 games.
Yeah.
I think
there's been some issues.
I think that's the only time we'll ever get the full use out of our PS5 and our Xbox is they can't. If the game is backwards compatible and you can play it on a PS4, you'll never get the full experience of it until they stop making those games for. They said it's going to take about 3 years for the changeover, right?
Yeah.
For everyone to put down a PS4 and pick up a PS5 or Xbox 360. I mean Xbox One, sorry, and to Xbox X.
Xbox Series, isn't it?
Series
S
or Series
and
X.
X. Yeah.
So if they make the game for PS4 and they make it for Xbox One, you're not going to get the full because they have to limit it so it can play on those consoles.
It's more lucrative for businesses, isn't
Of
it?
course.
Because more people have a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One than would have the Series or the 5.
I think we're in a reverse Avatar situation. You know, the game Avatar, the movie Avatar.
Yeah.
So the guy who wanted to make that had to wait 10 years for cameras to get better and CGI to get better before he made it. He had the idea. He was like, it's not ready. The equipment, it's not ready for it.
Yeah.
I think we have the equipment now. We have to wait for the developers to know how to use it, to put down the old stuff and say, right, we're in a new gen, let's pick up this and work solely on that. And I think we have another at least 2 years until we start getting really game-defining games.
Yeah, definitely.
For the new console, next generation.
Got a bit of a wait, but it's on the way. It's on the way. No console that dropped recently has been perfect with their launch. Xbox did mess up with theirs, but the PlayStation 5 wasn't perfect, and they've got issues supposedly with parts or something. So I'd heard it's something to do with their parts, and that's why it's taking so long for them to get more of them out. And I was also told that they're selling them at a loss.
Really?
Yeah, that the console actually takes about how much it's around about what we're paying for it.
Do you know what? That actually makes sense as to why. Because, did you watch the dismantling of the PS5?
Some of it. Didn't watch it all, but yes, I did watch some of it.
So everything they showed you there is not in yours. The fan, a lot of people have done it themselves.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got a different fan.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? So they're saying it's all right. It's like the same. It's like having a Nike and Jordan trainer. They are the same. It may be the same. It's the same company.
Yeah.
However, it's cheaper to get this one. It's cheaper to do that. It's the same thing. It's got the same pretty shiny logo and whatnot. People usually they usually sorry, what's the word? Put them two and two together. If it's Jordan, it's Nike. If it's Nike, do you know? It's based, but they are two separate entities. You get me?
Yeah, they are.
And that's what people are saying, that the fans are not the same. You have a less expensive fan. So
that's very sneaky.
that makes sense now as to say, they're selling at a loss. How can we counteract that? To say that there's different fans in there that may cost a bit cheaper, but they do the same job and it's the same company. It makes sense.
Very sneaky.
Very.
See, so none of them were not PlayStation fanboys. If you've done wrong, you've done wrong. So, yes, you can't do people like that. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Come on.
It's true.
So
at the same time, us as game lovers need to realise they are a business.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
And there's a thin line. EA steps well above
Forget
it.
EA.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, I'll never be an EA
that's
fan.
what I'm
I'll
saying.
never come on in.
Nah.
They could send us, we'll sponsor your thing.
Yeah.
Bro, until you start giving us good games, we ain't going to be that, sponsor us and we'll tell you, yeah, he's great, go and wait. No, forget that, man.
Nah. And that's not what people want anyway. You can send all the stuff you want. If it's dead, it's dead. You know what I'm saying? And
this is the real podcast, bro.
Exactly.
The good gaming, not
Dead.
gaming podcast, bro. We're going to tell you what's good.
Ain't no yes men out here.
I've told you, hack and slash is my thing. I tell you, don't get Godfall.
Yeah.
I said it before on the previous one, maybe pick it up if you get it for change. Don't get it. There's no point.
Yeah.
It's pants.
I'm so glad I didn't get that.
It's pants. I've tried to be in that, tried to see the good in it.
Yeah.
And the more I broke it down, everything I liked about it was graphical.
Yeah.
Do you get me? It was shininess.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll pick up something else.
Yeah.
Something's better. But yeah.
So there's more to spend your money on if you are planning on buying anything. There's better options than your Godfalls and stuff like that.
If you want something coming soon that you can look forward to, I'd say Returnal.
Yeah.
Biomutant, I've been looking forward to that for a good few years, and that's been delayed. And I'm glad they delayed it to a point. But now we have a release date, which is really good. So Returnal and Biomutant,
We say Outriders was coming.
Outriders, Back for Blood.
Back for Blood. Like I said, I'm the zombie man.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
They're coming out very soon.
Can't
so
wait for that.
Get your hands on them. Go and look. Go and do your research, and see if it's games that you'd like to purchase. But they're on our hit list.
Definitely.
We'll definitely be
They're
putting
on
some of them
mine.
up on stream. Make sure you go check us out on Twitch, LCBizzle101, RichEasy_28. We're getting. I hit affiliate. We need to get Richie there now.
You did?
Thank
Congrats.
you. Got a couple of subs.
Gotta do
some,
that. Gotta do
some
that.
personalised emotes off Mr. Cade himself.
Yeah.
Time to get P there.
Yeah, man.
P needs to stream a bit more.
Like I says, yes, I've been a bit busy, but Dead by Daylight streams are coming.
Yeah.
The COD Zombies is coming. And don't forget to check out the videos that I'll be putting out on the YouTube. For the Hitman tips, tricks, assassinations. You know how it goes, man. Hopefully some more speed runs too.
And if you're watching this, then you're probably already subscribed. But if you're not, subscribe, like P said, there'll be tips and tricks coming up very soon. Episode 3 here. Episode 4 will be in 2 weeks, will it not, P?
Yeah, without doubt.
Okay,
Yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem. We're on it.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get back into some live events soon. And thank you for watching.
Yeah,
Good Gaming Podcast. I'm the Bizzle.
Rich Easy.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Well, like that. Rich Easy, take it easy. Peace.